Yo, every time I get behind the wheel of a car in LA, I fucking regret moving here. I remember why everybody say, yo, this city's not for the weak and shit. The traffic, everybody drives fried. If I just want to go somewhere 12, 15 miles away, it's gonna take me an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. I question everything as soon as I see that red line on Google Maps. But of course, with all that being said, the pros outweigh the cons, but it is definitely something y'all gotta consider if you want to move out here. In this video, I'm gonna break down why the driving culture in LA almost makes me regret moving here. First of all, I just have to say, and I have to reiterate, the traffic here is stupid. It's almost disrespectful type. Apparently, the average commuter in LA loses 100 hours of their life just to traffic. I feel like it's something closer to 1,000, honestly. But yeah, average LA commuter loses about 100 hours of their life every year just to traffic. You kind of have to plan around the traffic here like you're planning around weather, you feel me? At one time of the day, your 20-mile drive is 18 minutes long. Another time, it's an hour and a half, you know what I'm saying? And the big problem is it's not like the traffic's just on one road. It's just going everywhere, going north, south, east, west, from wherever you're at. There's always going to be traffic in LA County. My second point, all right, the drivers have no impatient. No, a lot of y'all probably like to cut up and shit, you feel me? But it's hard to cut up when everybody around you is cutting up too, you know what I'm saying? It's just not a good recipe. I personally become far more tame than far more attentive while I'm driving, being out here, because you just kind of gotta be. Everybody be running red lights like it's just a suggestion. You're making that left turn. The light turning red is not enough for you to go. You really gotta make sure that there's nobody coming, you know what I'm saying? People be running red lights here all the time. And the parking, like everywhere you go, like the city's so overpopulated everywhere you go, especially during the day, even at night. Like if you're trying to go to the club at nighttime and shit, like there's not gonna be any parking on the road. Anytime you want to go to the grocery store, any Costco, Sam's Club, anything like that, the parking lot's always gonna be full. Definitely another thing you gotta consider. My third problem is how expensive it is to drive here. Because there's so much congestion and shit, the government in California decided everybody has to buy this clean burning fuel, right? That's like a 50% increase in the cost of gas here. So it's saving the environment apparently, but we gotta pay for it. Insurance premiums, the second you step out of LA County, your insurance will drop by half. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter who you are, like your insurance just cut in half. That's another thing you gotta consider. And you're spending all this money in gas and insurance just to be in bumper to bumper traffic everywhere you go. But again, the driving here is just a small factor. You're still out here hustling, you feel me? You pay in frustration, but you get all the access, you feel me? The frustration's the tax. So I'm gonna close the video off by giving you guys my driving in LA survival kit, you know what I'm saying? Things you can do to kind of mitigate it and make your driving experiences here more pleasurable. First of all, just schedule phone calls while you're driving. You know, your family you have to call back home, your friends, you know, any call you have to make, you know, you have to set up your Wi-Fi, whatever the fuck you have to do. You schedule it during your drive to work or your drive to go do something or your drive to go to the beach. That's the time to do it, you know what I'm saying? You're in your car anyways. Secondly, I don't really go anywhere during the day unless I have to. You know, during the days when the traffic's the worst, you know, kind of dies down by 8, 9 p.m. But from 6 a.m. all the way to 7, 8 p.m., it's a no-go. Just try to do shit at nighttime unless you have to go to work, you have to run this errand, you have to go pick up your kid, whatever the I don't want to publicly condone this, but everybody uses their phone while they're driving here. You're stuck at that red light for 2 minutes. You're in stop and go traffic, and there's not much else to do to keep you occupied, you know what I'm saying? But it's a little something you could do, you know, hop on your phone, do whatever the you have to do, reply to an email, whatever. Fourth and finally, and most important, you just have to accept it. You just have to chest it, you know what I'm saying? That's the biggest advice I can give to you guys. Like, you just kind of have to hug the traffic. There's nothing you can do about it. You just get used to it, you know what I'm saying? I'm not going to say you're ever going to get to a point where you're going to like it, but you can get to a point where you just live with it, you feel me? Start maneuvering within it, set a schedule, know where you have to go, know exactly how long it's probably going to take, you know, based on previous days. Go in there and go from there. I know this video's not enough, and you got to actually be here to understand what the fuck I'm saying. It's going to test your patience, your pockets, your peace, you know what I'm saying? But it's just something you got to get used to. I'm telling you guys that every single time I hop on the road here, I almost regret moving. But I remember why I'm out here. I shut the fuck up and I keep driving. So that'll do it for this one. I drop videos like this every 2 days, you know what I'm saying? Subscribe if you want more of this shit. Welcome to the real game, y'all. Stay sharp.